Steal this ADHD cleaning hack from me because it really helps me and I just want to help you. If your cognitive function doesn't even work, if you can't even form a thought, if you sit something down on a counter and then you don't know what to do next, please try this. When you need to clean something, what you're going to do is clean your house in sections. Say you start with the downstairs guest bathroom. Do not leave the downstairs guest bathroom. Do not think, oh, I have to do this in the kitchen, I have to do this in the dining room. No, stay in the guest bathroom, okay? That's where you're starting. And then in the bathroom, you're gonna do top to bottom. Every single room you clean in, you're gonna clean top to bottom. That's how professional cleaners clean. That's how you're gonna clean. You're gonna stay in the room and you're gonna clean top to bottom. So in the bathroom, that's gonna look like mirrors first, counters second, under the counter if you need to tidy that, and then you're gonna move on the back of the toilet, the top of the toilet, lid area, the toilet bowl, down. If you have little boys, you know what I'm talking about, you know where you have to clean, then you're gonna do the floor. And then by this time, your trash is gonna be filled up with all of your cleaning stuff. So then you're gonna take the bathroom trash out and then you're gonna move to the hallway and you're going to tidy the hallway. You're gonna vacuum the hallway, sweep it, whatever you wanna do. And then the front half of your house is already clean. Wash your hands. Then you can either move on to your living room or your dining room. You're gonna save the kitchen because for me, that's the room that is always the worst. You're gonna go around, you're gonna pick up your toys, you're gonna pick everything up, you're gonna vacuum your living room, okay? Stay in the living room. You can get a basket to carry around with you for a catch-all for things that you need to like put away later. That's your save it for later basket. You're gonna move on to your dining room. You're gonna do top to bottom. If you need to dust, you're gonna start with that. Move on to your table, clear the table off, wipe the table down, pick the floor up, vacuum the floor. You're gonna move on to the dreaded kitchen. And for the kitchen, do the same thing, except what I do is I start with the dishes so that the sink is clear. So the point is for me to start with the dishes because then the dishes on the counter, I can then put in the empty sink. Start with the dishes, then clean top to bottom. For me, that's dishes, wash the sink, clear the counter, wipe the counter, wash the counter, wipe down the front of the fridge if it needs it, and vacuum the floor, mop the floor if I need to. With this system, you're staying in one place and you're actually gonna get a room clean. If you only have 10 minutes, 15 minutes because you have kids, just start with one room because with this system, I know in my brain that the other rooms are a later thing, right? When I have an extra 10 minutes, I'll work on the next room. With this system, I'm staying in this room and I'm cleaning top to bottom. That's all you need to remember. That's all you need to know. You can do it in whatever order you want to. Just remember, stay in one room and clean top to bottom.